Broker IPTV.
Today we're talking with Ron Goldstein, CEO of the South Metro Denver Realtors Association. And Ron, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Hey, we're talking about what a realtor is. You know, it's a term that everybody uses, and some people don't know that there's a difference between a realtor little r and realtor big R.
Actually, there's not a difference because there is no realtor little r.
Yeah.
There are real estate agents.
Right.
And there are those people who are realtors, which means they have joined the National Association of Realtors. It also means that they have joined the Colorado Association of Realtors and their local Association of Realtors, as in mine, the South Metro Denver Realtor Association. So whenever anybody joins, it's called the TriParty Agreement. They agree that they're going to join on all three levels.
The consumer wants to know, what's the difference between a realtor and a real estate agent?
I think that that's a great question. To me, I liken it to a doctor or a lawyer. Would you want somebody who says, you know, I'll cut your head open, but I don't subscribe to any ethical behavior? Well, effectively, when you're hiring a real estate agent who's not a realtor, that's exactly what you're doing. You're hiring somebody that does not subscribe to any code of ethics.
Yeah. Why are organizations important to realtors and, you know, the industry and consumers in general?
For a variety of reasons. Number one, those organizations work not only, like I said, to provide codes of ethics, rules that people can abide by, rules that consumers can hold them accountable to. But number two, those groups like ours become amazing advocates for the consumer. Right now, just like in several times in the past few years, Congress or people who work for a variety of government agencies have thought that the easiest way to get money is to eliminate the interest deduction for homes. Quite frankly, we fight like the dickens because we think that that's the number one advantage for most consumers is their ability to take off their taxes that one item. But there's a lot of other items as well that happen all the time. And so that advocacy we think is incredibly important.
You know, there's a bunch of consumers out there that do regular searches on the internet for properties, and they're very well educated. They know the neighborhoods, they know price per square foot, they know homes, they know comparisons and comparables, and they say to themselves, you know, why should I use a real estate agent, let alone someone who is a realtor? Your answer to that would be?
Well, I liken it once more to that medical situation. You know, I've found it pretty easy to look up my diagnosis for all different kinds of physical ailments on the computer. And you know what? It gives me tons of information. And you know how many times it's been right? Almost none. You know, I think it's good to have second eyes looking at things. I think it's why lawyers say you'd be a fool to have yourself as a client. I think you ought to have other opinions. I think you ought to have knowledge. I think that you ought to have people who see things in a different way and can give you information. Now, the decision is still yours as a consumer.
Yeah.
But the more information you have, the more skills you have behind you, the better you're going to be.
Ron, thanks. Appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Find more real estate videos at brokeriptv.com.